look at again. It's all factored into the line, whether he plays or not play. The bottom line is that this opened at 5. It's up to 6.5. That part of the equation I'm going to use as a premium pick. I'm looking at the first half numbers here. And again, I think this is reflective of the status of Halliburton, where Oklahoma City opened as a 2-point favorite in the first half. They're now -3 against the first half number. And the total for Indiana went from team total, that is, from 56.5 to 55. Again, I'm attributing that to Halliburton more than I am to any kind of sharp money or public money. I just think that's a bookmaker's adjustment more so than a money-driven adjustment. So let's start with the first half point spread. This is an Indiana team. They're deep, okay? Yes, Halliburton would be a huge loss. But this is a team that's extremely deep. And if they were, they wouldn't get to this point. So, and again, my adage is over the years, when you lose a star player, the other guys step up in the short term. It's over the long term where you start to see the effect of his loss. And I think that's going to be the case here in the first half of this game. And Indiana, 4 home games this year off a loss in these 2025 NBA playoffs. They averaged 67.4 points per game in first half action in those 4 games. Games 3 and 4 of the finals at home, they averaged 62 points per game at halftime. And since 2016, NBA Finals home teams with a total of 220 or more, which this game qualifies, and are coming off a loss, that's occurred 7 times since 2016. And those home teams have averaged 66 points per game at halftime. Oklahoma City, by the way, 6 away playoff games this year, Andy, coming off a win. And they allowed 63.5 points per game in those 6 contests on the road when coming off a win. So I'm going to go with Indiana here as one of my plays over their team total of 55 points in first half action. And, before I get to my next pick, real quickly, folks, college football special offer up right now for $4.99. I know it's 2 months away. But again, folks, I finished number 1 last year in college football at WagerTalk, number 2 in 2023, combined the 2 years, number 1. And again, I don't want to put a star on my forehead, but those are pretty good records. And as of August 1st, this is going up to $6.99. So take advantage of that offer for $4.99 right now. All right, Oklahoma City. 6 away playoff games off a win, like I alluded to in my last pick, and they're minus 8.5 points per game at halftime in those situations. Indiana, 4 home playoff games off a loss, like I just alluded to. They're plus 13.4 points per game at halftime. That corresponds with the team totals number offensively and defensively for both teams. And Indiana in the 2 games at home in the NBA Finals, games 3 and 4, plus 3.5 points per game at the half. Indiana this year, 2025 playoffs, off a loss this year. You're talking about 6 contests. That's home and away. And they average outscoring their opponents in first half action by 8.5 points per game. So I'm going with Indiana over their team total of 55 in the first half. Indiana plus 3 as a first half bet against Oklahoma City on Thursday night. The game is tomorrow night, folks.
Let's go all around the world and give out some free plays here. Went 2-1 yesterday on those. The other play that we gave out is a UFC, so that goes off on Saturday. Let's see. We're going to soccer. Manchester City minus 1.25 in the first half. Rodri returns the lineup for Man City against Wydad Casablanca, not in great form. This is Carmine's free play. It's on the WagerTalk free picks page. He's looking for them to get off to a really strong start with Rodri back in the lineup. Travelers Championship, there's a plus money play. Cameron Young, plus 130 to finish in the top 20. He finished 4th the last 2 weeks, finished 9th here last year. Cameron Young was terrible in the first part of the year, but his 3 best finishes have come in his last 5 tournaments. in golf, we're looking to ride these hot golfers. When they go on hot streaks, you want to try and ride these guys. They fix up with their swing. They got healthy with an injury that they've overcome. So we'll take that one. And then, yeah, it's Happy Scooble Day. I've seen this all over Total Bases is talked about. I saw you guys talking about it. So let's do it. Let's ride Scooble and let's take the Pirates under 0.5 runs in the first 5 innings. Ralph Michaels does no runs first inning. We're going to do no runs first 5 innings. Scooble is absolutely on fire. Scooble's given up 1 run the last 30 innings he's pitched. Sean, I know that. Oh, the Man City game already started. Oh, when did it start? Thank you guys. Yeah, I just gave out a play on a game that already started. Sorry, I did my notes a while ago, so my apologies for that one. Adam hates Scooble. We'll bring that one on, and we'll we'll talk to Adam about Scooble. But yeah, I like this. I like the Pirates to not have a run in the first 5.
Yeah, I don't know whoever picked this game, but I appreciate it because I get to come on here and talk about Jacob Misiorowski, an absolute stud. He is the top pitching prospect, probably at AAA right now. Maybe. Certainly in the Brewers organization. He's one of the top pitching prospects in the league. I've watched a whole bunch of his starts at AAA. And I mean, he has the upside, Andy, of an ace, of a Steven Strasburg type guy, but he doesn't have great command of his secondary stuff yet. And that's where I could see him getting into trouble against a Cubs team that is having as good of 1-9. There is not a better team in baseball right now having at-bats like the Cubs are having. They don't strike out. The approach is incredible, 1-9. They have just killers on this team. Pete Crow-Armstrong, MVP candidate. This is a tough lineup, and specifically, it's a tough lineup to strike out. Something I noticed about Misiorowski in his minor league starts is he can't really locate the secondary stuff yet, so he'll throw it, but at the minor league level, if he gets in trouble, he just leans back, 103 down the middle, go ahead, good luck. Problem is, everyone at the big league level can handle velo at this point. So you're going to need to do something else than just throw 100. They're going to figure it out. And a team like the Cubs is going to figure it out. They're going to have great at-bat after great at-bat. Misiorowski didn't give up a hit in his debut, Andy, but he still walked 4 guys. He nibbles. He could get into trouble here. That being said, I don't want to lay $1.50 with the Cubs. Where I would look is the over. I think Jamison Tyone's probably going to regress at some point. The guy throws 92. He's done a tremendous job of locating his off-speed stuff. His whip so I look at his whip, walks, hits, innings pitched is under 1. That's elite, 0.98. The problem is he's giving up hard hit. He doesn't get a ton of swing and miss. His fastball is 92 miles an hour, and I just feel like he's probably going to get hit at some point. That's a tough sort of profile to keep a sub-1 whip. You talk about a team like the Brewers. The Brewers have seen Tyone a ton because Tyone's never been anywhere but the NL Central. And this Brewers team, not only can they hit a little bit, they're scrappy, but where they really sort of thrive is just getting guys on base and then being able to turn something or nothing into something, right? Get a guy on. They're very fast, team speed. They can steal. They'll scrape a few runs across. I wouldn't be that surprised if the Cubs put a crooked number off Misiorowski at some point. He puts a couple of guys on. Maybe he grooves a fastball. Both bullpens, Cubs used some pen last night. There's going to be runs late in this game. That over 8 feels a little light. So I think over 8's a good way to look in Brewers Cubs.
Good luck on that 5%, guys. Go get that 5% play. 10-1 run in MLB. We'll tell you when we win. We'll tell you when we lose. And we want to point you in the direction of what's running really, really hot. So that's what we want to promote. So Adam Trigger's got a 5%. Let's make that an 11-1 run. So thank you so much, Adam, for coming on, and good luck on that play.